So you just finished an amazing backyard project and you are so excited to have your first get together, have everybody over, but there is something that is overlooked so many times and I don't want you to miss out on it. Let's get right into that. What's going on? I'm Bobby K. I'm a professional landscape designer and general contractor, and what I'm talking about is accessorizing your backyard space. Now that might seem like something as simple as, what do you mean, like a ring, a bracelet? No, not that type of accessorizing. I'm talking about the furniture, the theme, the little signs, how you put everything together. This matters so much. You just put together a beautiful space, and the last thing you want to do is junk it up with a bunch of stuff that does not fit the vibe that you were going for in the first place. So we're going to break it down into 3 different categories, go through those, and I'm going to help you so that when it comes to staging, when it comes to putting your final touches, when it comes to making it yours, you do a great job and it looks awesome. The first thing you need to consider when it's a backyard space is your theme. And a simpler way of putting that out is, what is your vibe? What are you going for? Are you looking for that modern, clean, contemporary vibe? Are you looking for something that's a little bit more warm and homey? Maybe it's a woodland or a traditional vibe. Or maybe you just want a place to go out, have a cup of coffee, read a book, and just be away from the kids and the hectic workspace. A zen kind of vibe, a water feature, cool fire pit, just something tranquil and beautiful. So, when you are starting to get your furniture, when you're starting to think about the accessories, the signs, the water features, how you're gonna stage it, consider your vibe. Because if you start to pick out a bunch of stuff that doesn't go with this beautiful space that you just put together, it's gonna look off, and it actually puts you right back where you started, which is probably where it was cluttered, there was too much furniture, there was stuff all over the place, it didn't flow, it was a little hodgepodgey. I don't want your beautiful investment to get yuckied up by the wrong theme, the wrong vibe. So I did touch on this a little bit, but the second tip that I want to give to you is with spacing. Think about clutter. If you've got that deck and you had a bunch of furniture out there and just wasn't enough space, and you took it down, you put in a brand new patio, now it's big, it's open, you can have plenty of people over, the last thing you want to do is just start throwing a bunch of that old furniture on there and just too much. Think about how big is the space, what kind of get-togethers are you gonna have, how many people are gonna be over, and what are your transitions and your traffic lanes going to look like. If all of a sudden you've got a 4-foot walkway and you start walking in and then you just, bam, you're right on top of furniture, and then you kind of go over here and boom, there's a planter, and you can't really move around, you just defeated the purpose of all that beautiful hardscaping that you just put in. So think about spacing, think about clutter, and make sure that you stage it appropriately so that everybody is free-flowing, enjoying themselves, and having a good time. And your final tip is make it your own. You just spent all this money, this hard-earned money, and the last thing you want to do is put together a beautiful space that everybody else likes, but it's not really you. So one of the things you can do with accessorizing is think about little finishing touches that speak to you and who you are and who your family is. It could be a cool sign that you hang over the fireplace or up on a wall as kind of a backdrop. It could be a beautiful water feature that is a memorial. Maybe it's for pets that you've lost in the past or a family member. It's like a tribute to them, like a cool little focal point garden spot. There are lots of different things that you can do outside of just furniture and tables and TVs and fire pits that are little finishing touches that speak to you, speak to the place, and make it so that when you go out there and you're hanging out, you just feel like it's an extension of your home. So think about all the cool little accessories that you can incorporate into the design, into your space, and I promise you're gonna enjoy it that much more. A backyard space is awesome, it absolutely is, but you know what? If you don't accessorize correctly, you might have a problem. It's not gonna look like an extension of your home, and it's not gonna have your touch on it. So make sure you take the time and really think it out, and you're gonna be okay. But hey, it all starts with the design. If you don't know what that space is gonna look like, you're gonna be lost from the start. This is what I do. Go down to the links below, click on them. I'm happy to help you. I'd love to create a design for you. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so you get news of all the upcoming videos, lots of tips coming your way. This is Bobby K saying creation is everything, so go out and create.